Chapter 9, Midnight Madness. We stayed in the stingray pen until the men ran by. They kept going all the way to our hotel, thinking they were chasing us. Then we saw security guards come out. They grabbed the men and didn't let go. Simon and I splashed our way back to the shore and ran to the resort. "Help!" we yelled. "Smugglers, help!" The 5 smugglers turned to look. They fought the guards, and one of them got loose and charged back at us. It could have been really bad, but then searchlights shone on the beach. Suddenly, cops were everywhere. They grabbed the smugglers and pushed them down into the sand. By the time we got there, the smugglers were handcuffed. "Are you Sam and Simon?" one cop asked. We nodded. "How did you know?" "Your parents. We've been looking for you for 2 hours. Uh-oh. So we explained the whole thing. We told them all about the smugglers and the turtle stuff and the boxes in the cave. The cops looked angry. Then they laughed for a bit. I thought we were in the clear, but Simon's parents arrived and started yelling. We should be used to this by now. Wait a minute. They should be used to us by now. Stuff like this always happens to me and Simon. But the cops told them to stay calm. They said we were heroes because we stopped a gang of turtle smugglers. When the cops were done, Boss told us there was a midnight madness party in our honor. He called to Manny, "I'm putting you in charge of these 2 idiots. Tag along with them while they shower, and make sure they show up at the party alive." Manny laughed. He asked us tons of questions as we walked back to our room. We saw him look up at our window and then stopped. "Shh." He pulled us behind a big bush. "What now?" Suddenly, 2 suitcases came flying out of a window and landed beside us. Manny motioned to us to follow him up the stairs. He tiptoed along the hall to our door, flung it open, and yelled. We raced in behind him. "Harry?" He was holding 2 suitcases, 1 in each hand. Manny was on him in a second. "What the heck?" We jumped in too. We held him down, and while Harry yelled at us, Manny pulled out a cell phone and shouted in Spanish. Soon the police showed up for the last time. Harry kept yelling, but Manny opened up one of the suitcases and showed us the false bottom and sides. These were all places for smugglers to hide stuff. Then the cops took the suitcases and marched Harry out of the room. "What just happened?" I demanded. So Manny explained. "My dad and mom work here, but we're not on staff. My parents are undercover cops. Sometimes I help them out. No one ever suspects me." "Wow, so Harry's a crook?" I asked. Manny nodded. "Yeah, Harry and his parents. They move from resort to resort. It's Harry's job to accuse someone of stealing, like he did with Simon. That makes the cops search your suitcases. Then one of the smugglers pretends to be with the hotel and gives you new suitcases, dummy ones. So why was Harry trying to steal the new suitcases back?" I asked. "I know," Simon shouted. "The smugglers were going to put turtle shells in our new suitcases. Do you see? Our old suitcases had already been searched. We wouldn't be searched all over again. They were going to use us to smuggle the stuff back home. That's how it works," Manny said. "And when you got home, someone would break into your house and steal the turtle shells. Or maybe they'd steal your suitcases at the airport." Wow, it all made sense. Simon and I had helped break up a smuggling ring. How about that? So after a shower, it was time to party. There was tons of food at the restaurant, and we were starving. I had my mouth stuffed with a giant burrito when Manny asked us one more question. "How come you guys went back to the Bat Cave alone? It was night and kind of dangerous." I looked at Simon and he shrugged. "Tell him, Sam." "Okay," I said, chewing fast. "You see, we kind of thought some pirates hid treasure in those caves, so we went back to look. And we saw a pile of pirate bones, so we think we're right." Then Simon pulled out the belt buckle we found. "Cool," said Manny. "Maybe you 2 are right. And you've got 5 more days of holiday to find out. Yup. But then I remembered something. Would you have time to help me look for treasure, Manny? I think Simon's going to be too busy. I am? Simon asked. Busy doing what? Your science project, moron.